you're going to get inside the vehicle and make sure you tie off the steering wheel so there's no way it can spin. I use a little bungee cord and it works great. Once your vehicle is raised and supported safely, you're going to remove all 6 lug nuts. This one has a wheel lock key. The next thing we want to do is remove the skid shields. Generally speaking, there should be one here and one a little bit further back. Obviously, our rearward one is missing already. Use a 12mm and get them out of the way. Let's go ahead and get this thing right out of here. Just take off all the little push tabs. So now we're going to go ahead and get off that lower bolt for the steering shaft that leads down to the rack. Just go ahead and put a 12mm on there, break it free, and just pay attention to make sure that the rack shaft doesn't turn. If it turns a little bit, that's okay, but we want it to be as straight as possible. There's our bolt. Now I'm going to take out the 2 bolts that are holding this in. I have a 17mm nut up top. And then right underneath, I'll find a 17mm bolt head. We'll get both of these out of here. So now that the rack's out, we know we have that lower bolt out. Let's just go ahead and get the shaft off of here. Pull on the rack a little bit. Awesome. We're going to remove this bolt right here. Use your 12mm. So now I've got my hand underneath through here and I'm holding my steering shaft. If you had a punch of some sort or a long pry bar or whatever you need, I'm just going to come right down in between here and then I'm going to try to separate the shaft right up here. All right, I can see it moving. We're doing good. There it is. Let's go ahead and take some of this copper never sees. Get it right up inside the hole right there. And that's going to make sure that it's nice and lubricated. Looks good. We've got our splined area on this side. Awesome. So if you look at your steering shaft splines here, you're going to see a slotted area. That's along the area where you're going to have the bolt go through. So if you have this spun, the bolt is not going to go through. I've got my flat area facing up in the general direction of where the bolt goes through. Slide it right in. Once you have it lined up, you can start in that bolt. Now, making sure that that steering wheel is still straight, I'm just going to slide this up on here. Give it a little wiggle. You should feel it want to slide right in. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and start in this lower bolt here. I like to use a tiny bit of thread locker on my pinch bolt. We'll call it your prerogative. Go ahead and put it through there. We're just going to snug it up, and then we'll torque it to manufacturer's specifications. Now we're just going to torque these down to 26 foot-pounds. There it is. Now it's time to get the rack mounting bolts in, so we're just going to turn this back around to the right direction. There it is. Start that nut on there. Do the same to the other side. Let's go ahead and bottom these out. Torque these to 68 foot-pounds. put our shield up on here. You have your mounting areas on these plates. If you want to hit them with some copper never sees, it's not a bad idea. Okay, we're cruising. Let's get the wheel back up on here. And of course, get all your lug nuts on and started. Let's go ahead and bottom out all the lug nuts. All right, let's go ahead and torque the wheel in a crisscross pattern to 83 foot-pounds.